Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 14. Welcome back to the Shallows. Houston's favorite map, as we all know. Got the picks right here, I think he took it. But the big story here, my friends, the big story here is this guy, Majiir Paktu, that's right, in Conf colors on a Galzian carrier. I just had to. But, yeah, it's the guy who, you know, made a bunch of people walk into the desert and die. Probably. Well, he hasn't been in DOK for a long time, but, obviously, Majiir did a lot of the groundwork for the modding scene that managed to... yeah. I've just, like, crapped all over him. He did a lot of the groundwork for the modding scene that managed to make Jaraci patch possible. And, honestly, I don't think he's ever played it before, so... Pretty interesting to see him in the tournament here. I just kind of reached out randomly, and he said, yeah, sure, I'll play, why not? Awesome. Really excited to see what happens. You know, I'm introducing him as like he's some kind of noob. If you watch the Artifact Cup way back in like 2016-17, he's actually pretty good. I mean, I know he, I think he's actually won that tournament a couple of times at least, and I know he's made some pretty good placings in it, so... Yeah, keep your eye on this guy. He could be better than he looks. And he's up against Houston, of course. We know this guy. Been playing pretty well so far. Unfortunately, he has gone 0-4 in his previous games, so he's probably out of the upper bracket, but... How's that quote go? I can smell the upper bracket. It's only a little bit further. Yeah, me too. I mean, it'd be kind of hyped to see. I hope he takes a game off of you, huh? Right now he's going for some kind of nice strats over here. Sandskimmer armor, very vanilla style. Actually, I hate it. I don't like getting armor with the Sandskimmers until after you've already... You know what, though? This is actually going to win him the game, but... I'll explain why in just a moment. I don't really like getting armor on the Sandskimmers until you've already gotten, like, a second PC out. But if you do end up having an early scuff like this, it gives you a really, really big advantage, and for pretty cheap as well. Oh, he needs to use the units right, though. He's actually focus firing on guys who are out of range. Oh no. Oh no, Majiir. I can smell the victory. It's only a little bit further. You have to work hard, try. Sweat. Kill. Like, he wins this fight right now because he has armor 1, but it's a little hard to take if he doesn't have the high ground. You could actually use a depth pack here. That'd be kind of interesting. Right now, Base Runner picks up the artifact. I can smell the extraction zone. It's only a little bit further. I'm getting so much mileage out of this joke. Okay, he really needs to back this guy away. Yeah, first trade here is gonna be a 1-for-1 though. I call it the first trade because he just kind of lost 1 for free over there, but yeah. Well, they just kind of like slid past each other with the PCs. The problem for Majiir is that Houston has assault ships building, so this is gonna get really awkward really fast. But these skims have armor 2 right now. Gosh, Houston I think knows it because he's getting armor 2 on his assault ships here. And this is turning into a scrappy game already. This is going to be weird as heck. Artifact extracts now for Majiir. I don't know what to make of this. 2 assault ships are out now. This is where Sandskimmers really feel pretty sad if they ever have to fight them. But like, this PC is actually kind of liable to die here. I think that Majiir maybe needs to mobilize the carrier in here. Either way, he'll be glad he has armor 2 now because these Sandskimmers are just gonna get walloped, but it won't really save him. This PC needs to run this way and see if he can get away. Oh no. Oh no, not like this. Ah! Houston's gonna smell blood in the water now. He'll jump on this. Now that the PC's dead, I think you just gotta go Hail Mary. Yeah, he's gonna try and kill off this Con FPC over here, but I don't think he gets this one. Oh no. Oh no. Now all I smell on the horizon is defeat. Ain't no seagulls gonna come flying over the cliff, huh? Dang. And Houston, yes, he's building another PC. This is what I was gonna say. Actually, at this point, maybe ref mode is better, but I don't know. When you're this far ahead, you can kind of do whatever you like. This base runner here is gonna make a mad dash for the South Pole, but I don't think he'll make it. I can make Majiir Paktu jokes until like the end of time, guys. I'm a god among men. I like the base runner heal attempt. Skadoosh, down it goes. Actually almost got over the hill. But if you're Houston, eventually you've got enough assault chips you can just drive under the carrier and just blow everything up, so that's gonna feel pretty good. Ref mode is on the way here. This carrier really can't move out yet, because you don't have ref mode, so you end up kind of doing some eco-suicide, but... Hey, these are some upgraded skims, alright? I don't know if you can win this. Okay, this is not good though to go one in at a time like that. Is this guy gonna live? No, there's a couple of soul chips here, you can assassinate him. Would be nice if Majiir would power up the carrier here, to be honest with you. I would kind of like to see that. In fact, he had power and range earlier, but he unpowered it. I don't really know exactly why. Okay, there we go. Gonna put all power and weapons here. That's actually pretty good. Soul chips don't take so much damage from the bullets. It's nice to have the missiles firing. Assault railgun is out. Ooh, you know what? Houston will lose some army here. He does have ref mode though. Taking up to Con of Siege, you know how that goes. Oh, don't die on me now. Oh gosh, okay. Jeez. Perfectly nominal defense. And look, this frontline salvager managed to get back to the eco. That's kind of amazing. That's a story that they'll be telling in the litanies for years, alright? But Houston, there's like police outside. Houston's got a nice follow-up set here. He's just gonna jump up on the 3 base fast as you like. He's got kind of siege teching, which is obviously a pretty nice ender unit. Gonna be very, very tough for Majiir to get back into this game. Trade here doesn't go terribly well, despite the armor 2, of course. He's just outnumbered 4-2. Comes in assault railgun though. And Majiir is already taking railgun armor. I like that. Because if you're gonna be up against Con of Siege, having some railgun armor can be a big, big deal. He's some big focus on RUs, by the way, which is a bit surprising, again, because he really needs the CUs here. Yeah, that's probably why. Now I'm gonna go to jail. I can smell the jail cell. It's only a little bit further. Gosh. Anyway, Rail Armor 2, hey, that's pretty good. I mean, this game really, by all accounts, should have been over a while ago. I don't know, I don't mean to believe in things that aren't going to happen, but it almost looks like Majiir is making a comeback, doesn't it? Maybe. Maybe. That's all I'm saying. Con of Siege, though, gonna be a big deal. I mean, when this comes out, you know, this really is just like a world ender. Assault railguns can fight it. You know, it's not impossible, but it's very, very difficult. I think you really kind of need heavy railguns at that point. And there's other threats, too. I mean, Majiir has to worry about air coming out eventually. There's that Con of Siege on the queue. A lot of assault railguns getting built up, though. It's very old school the way he plays. I like this. Reminds me of the vanilla days. Ooh. Nice micro. It keeps the guy alive. It's prickly when you're fighting against assault chips, you know? If you get up close and personal, they might just blow you up, so it's really difficult to make this kind of thing work. Sand Skimmer feeds himself in there. Sacrifice to the rocket gods. Dart maneuver gonna get tech now. I love it. Oh, he canceled it. Well, he does need to get his fleet cap up. Yeah, I believe it. He's building a PC, so... And, you know, he is getting the surround on these assault ships. The problem is just that Con of Siege is out now. And that's where things start to get difficult for him. Oh, look, if he had dart maneuver, just saying. Actually, he didn't lose anyone anyways. That's pretty good. Kana Siege will reveal itself, killing a Sandscreamer right there, so Majiir knows about the tech. But he's got control of the field right now, surprisingly. He builds a couple of heavy railguns. I think that's actually pretty manageable, right? You know, heavy railgun actually really does increase the DPS you do against this thing a lot, so... But you're right, Houston just doesn't have any army, and it's not exactly clear why. Big eco sack going on here as well. He's gonna try and trade that for some positioning. Oh, this is where dart maneuver would actually be really good, actually, right? Because then, you know, you can use it to kind of dodge the Kana Siege missiles, but either way, he's gonna kill this Kana Siege cruiser. Oh my gosh, this time I really can smell the sea. Jeez. He's I mean, that's like, that was the big threat on the field. Interceptor tech can start coming out now, but this is a little bit dangerous for Houston. He's got no presence on the map. Yeah, seriously, I mean... I'm gonna be the first to admit, I don't build ARs enough, but I love seeing people use them well. Maybe the problem is just that I don't use them well, so I'm afraid to build them. And the missiles are good for Houston, but this is the power of armor too. You can see him surviving these. Oh man. Oh great, a bot to ban. Assault railgun does get slapped down by the missiles there. Another kind of siege cruiser is out. It's kind of barraging nothing though. This main base is actually kind of the target here. Skims are here, but with armor on the assault railguns and no damage on the skims, I don't think you can fight this. Let's see what the missiles do though, because this could really mess them up. Oh, it's actually kind of a miss. Remember, these skims actually are upgraded as well. They have been the whole game. Skimmer Blob's gonna go down here. Majiir's kind of rallying a bit badly though. Oh no! Oh. Okay, we can deal with that later. This is what's really relevant. That pack's gonna be thrown out here, but it doesn't get the kill on the assault railguns. Salvagers are going down here. Majiir is killing the main base, and the second base still isn't mining because Houston's just a little too flustered to handle it all. Oh gosh! I think he's actually gonna do it. From a game state at the beginning that was just terrible. This kind of siege will kind of say no to this whole thing right now. But, man. Okay, Houston's got air coming too. You have to worry about that. This is amazing. Whoa, where did all these skims come from? What the heck? Deadpack's gonna be attempted, but these guys have armor too, so without any follow-up, that's not actually a big threat. And they're just gonna go for the PC snipe here. I don't often recommend this, but look at it. I think he's gonna get it. He's expanding, yeah, okay. Gosh. Air is a threat though, and Houston's only got one interceptor, but he will have more. Skims are all pretty low, but hey, that's fine. They can just heal up. Oh man, Majiir's in the driver's seat, that's for sure at this point. He's even built another PC here. You can get that 3-line production. What's happening, man? What's happening? This is big. Houston has power 3 already, by the way. He likes doing that. He gets carrier power really early. This kind of carrier could be some sort of serious threat, but I like how the production tab is so like jacked full because there's this one Sandscreamer that thinks he's still building. This is obviously. If you have a PC queuing units and it dies, the units stay in the queue, which means you just lose the money forever. It's pretty rough, but it'll show up on the production tab. He's not actually building that. Nice attempt at the missiles here, but it doesn't land too much. Ooh. Strikecraft always has to be very afraid when Con of Siege shows up, though. And that's why. I mean, that splash damage can be brutal. And I was gonna say, Majiir still needs to find something that can threaten the Kana Siege, but he's actually doing a pretty good job just with the base runners, forcing his opponent to come out. This is going to be 3 out of 5 if these can't be stopped. And, you know, that is a win condition. I mean, that stacks up eventually. Siege Cruiser takes a lot of damage as it's on the rotation here. That's dart maneuver being used. He's jumping in here. Majiir smells blood in the water, but the Kronov cruise missiles are doing so much. Oh, I don't think he's actually going to kill this thing. Oh, like one more shot. No, he loses line of sight. Oh, the Siege Cruiser survives with 100 HP. Oh, there's another one. Oh, What the? This guy shows up out of nowhere. Nice shot, Noreen. Gets the kill there. These two artifacts probably are going to extract now. The interceptors are not interested in fighting them. Oh man. I gotta say, assault railguns are fighting Kharak Siege a lot better than I thought they would. This is really surprising to me. I'm gonna have to try this. Oh, interceptor, you're flying too close to the sun there. Poor Icarus is gonna get slapped down into the desert. Artifact number 3 is extracting. Now, wow, I was way too early on that. And you know, Majiir's really doing it. There's something about legendary figures, you know, they just get a buff like this. This is the like DOK modding Godfather buff that he's got. Just makes you play better. So, especially when times are hard. See, but that's fitting because he is Majiir Paktu after all. Although, now as I think about it, it is pretty heretical for Majiir Paktu of all people to be playing Galzian, but nah, whatever. Radar guided finishing for him, he's got missile ships out. Clearly he knows them, because if you remember, in Vanilla, radar guided actually did strictly bad things to missile ships. Like, it caused them to lose the bonus they get from Veteran C4, and other than that, it had no effect. So yeah, he knows that it's fixed. Just wanted to shout that out. And these sand skimmers are just kind of molesting the assault ships here. They can just do what they want, I guess. Houston kind of scrambling to respond, but he doesn't have rating and Majiir does, which makes it a little bit difficult to react to this. This PC may fall, Majiir's got a lot of high ground here. Down goes the PC. Man. Skim's gonna fall too. They want to try and fight here, but there's nothing to fight for. They already lost the PC. Ends up just losing a lot of units here for nothing. I love this though. He's gonna just grab the... He's gonna just grab the, like the artifacts, which means that Majiir can't pick them up. Like, look, this is 4 out of 5. Like, one more and it's game over. So picking these up, that's great. Even if you can't extract them, you just stop your opponent from doing it. But Majiir is just having his way with the backline of Houston here. And this carrier's production line is getting so taxed. I mean, what do you build exactly? Like, he's got to rebuild the PC and then the Kharak Siege cruiser. It's just too much. Perhaps this is an angle he can go power 4 or something, but he's got to get something done quick because this is going to be game on extractions pretty soon. Kind of surprised Majiir doesn't keep some anti-air with this base runner, but it is going to get out. But on the other side, Houston's going to get 2 of his own. And he's been pretty good with these missiles. We'll see what he's able to do, though. It's going to have to be a bit of a miracle. Ooh. Ah, pretty good. He kills 1 and takes 3 of them very low. But these are assault ships here, and I feel like assault railguns kind of enjoy fighting this. Kills another one, though, with the missiles. Oh, boy. This carrier might get a little bit lit up, but it's not going to die to assault railguns. Not this quickly. A PC falls, though. I agree, A-Game. This is a fun game. Base runner heal coming in clutch here. And if you know in Jaraci, base runner heal does a lot. Oh my gosh. Kharak Siege pops, though. Missile Ship Barrage is still available, but these assault railguns fancy shooting the carrier. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get the kill. Maybe better to cut his losses, try to get that Kharak Siege as he backs out here. Missile Ship Barrage? Not going to get used, it looks like. That's too bad. And with the missile ship dead, perhaps he can launch the air as well here. But the Kharak Siege cruiser is going to go down anyway to these assault railguns. Have they got armor 3? Yeah, they do. And he doesn't care that he's getting shot by assault ships. He just wants the blood, man. Jeez. He's just going for the kill. And he might get it. This is insane. Power 4 was never teched. There's no PCs left. I mean, you're not building anything at this point. The air never launched, though. Maybe he could have gotten something done with the interceptors, but this carrier is going to die. 2 assault railguns! Ah! I think actually Houston GG'd there before it was killed. But... yeah, look, it's saying that it's at like 1%. And Majiir takes game 1 after a catastrophic opener for him. That's almost unbelievable. What a game, what a series we've got now. Let's jump into game 2. I don't want to wait it. I don't want to wait a single moment. Oh, I can smell game 2. See? Because it's Majiir Paktu, so it's only a little further. And this pick here is going to be Gaussian territories from Majiir. Houston gonna grab Soban though, so we're gonna change things up a little bit. Oh no, wait a minute, doesn't that mean Houston picked? No, Houston should have picked game 1, and that would fit because he wants to play shallow as always. Shallow's kind of a different map, you know. This is one where you really favor going aggressive in the opener, and part of the reason is that, like, you know, just look at this place. Railguns are having a good time here. There's a lot of high ground available to attack the bases from. And also, an interesting facet of it is that the second base is so close that long distance mining feels really extra valuable here. So, we'll see what Majiir's game plan is going to be, but would not be surprised to see it. Sanskrit Fed picked up immediately. And it looks like Houston is going for SC first instead. Having a little bit of quick drop issues, but that happens sometimes. And there it is. Keeps the base runner, but he doesn't keep it at the carrier. He's going to move it out here instead. We've seen some kind of funny crap happen on GT Alt. You know, like you can go for some carrier rushes and things like that, but I don't think that's what Houston is doing, but I am kind of wondering just because this base runner is in a kind of a funny position. LEV Fab starts, so it looks like everything's going to be pretty nominal here. Spooky music. One of the problems always going for some kind of carrier rush as Coalition Sub-1 is that mobility is really quite expensive on RUs. And without it, you know, even if the rush distance is small, like on this map, it's really not very long. It takes a very, very long time to get there because the carrier is just very, very slow at the beginning. But Majiir's coming with scan skimmers. Last time we saw him go for armor. Yeah, actually it looks like he's already done the same here. And there's the LDMs. But a very quick AAV fab from Houston should probably keep him safe here. It's the calm before the storm, know what I mean? Although it is actually storming outside. In April! It's snowing in April, what is happening? Here comes the first contact. Just a bit of damage on a salvager here, but Houston's got an LAV in the area. It's feeling pretty okay. Now he can always bring his carrier back on the main base. That's what I like to do when I get attacked like this. But for the moment, if you can get this extraction out, that does feel pretty nice. These two base runners just gonna kind of handshake out in the middle. Not really sure where Majiir's is going. And a Sandskimmer gonna get picked off by the ALMs stunning it there. This damage on the support cruiser is kind of permanent, but it's not worth, you know, 400 damage to lose a skin. If you're Majiir, you kind of really need a tech here, and he's thinking about it. He canceled it. Gonna start it again. I think that's good. Railgun Fab's probably the way to go. Uh-oh, these guys are not mining. You would like to see that. Carrier production upgrade gonna come out for Houston, and this eventually forces like a second PC from the attacking player. But right now, I think he's actually building salvagers, which is interesting. Extraction came out for Houston, by the way. Oh, but the LAVs are kind of biting off more than they can chew here. But you're gonna get a little bit antsy though, he's gonna back away. Extraction comes out for him. And he's gonna pick ref mode. I don't really like this. I think you can keep the fight going for at least a little bit. But one thing's for sure, with your Sandskimmers here, your opponent shouldn't be extracting, so he's gonna bring his Sandskimmers down here and try and stop the base runner. Battlecruiser fab already teching for Houston. Dang. We've seen this. Yeah, I agree with A game, sadly enough. Yeah, when you're starting to tech ref mode, you know it's gonna be like you invest a lot into the early game attack. You have railgun fab, for example, but getting ref mode just definitely feels like you're losing a lot of that momentum. And Houston, meanwhile, he's got thoughts to 3 base, and I think that's the way to go. Base runner does get warded off though, which means that Majiir has the ability to extract, and his opponent doesn't. That was a big component of the last game. Might be able to even kill off the base runner here. That'd be nice. Anytime you're trying to be aggro with these skims, it's very scary to have the spawn base runner around, because you know a good targeting jammer can really mess you up. So he gets that. Second PC on the queue as well. Gonna start teching assault ship fab. That's also quite odd. But for now, it's assault railguns being built. And, you know, not a fan of backing off here, but at least he is doing something with his time. Second extract gonna come out. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you know, this guy won some of the Artifact Cups, I'm pretty sure, and either way, he placed pretty high in many of them. Hasn't played DOK in ages, but I think he's certainly no slouch. The real question is, what happens when Majiir plays Marchwarden? Like, if he's actually able to win those games, he might be upper bracket already, right? But, I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, because he really does need to win this second game here to get the best chance. Since A-Game and Marchwarden both got 2 points off of Houston, not getting 2 points off of him feels like it's pretty rough for your chances. Speaking of chances, though, I think he's gonna extract this base runner here. Yeah, good. Use the heal. Oh no! What are you doing? Ah! No! What was? You know what I bet it is? So your camera is on this angle here or something? No, it's not even like that really. There's some maps where it looks like you're in the extraction zone when you're not yet, but oh no. But yeah, Marchwarden won both of those, so. So on BCs, they're on the queue already. Houston kind of has problems like with his eco not being fully satted here, but you know, whatever. Honestly, at this point, it is kind of more important to get the BCs out, but if you can build some salvagers with this open queue, that would be kind of nice. Ah, like he thinks he's too far away, there's no hope in getting to it. He doesn't realize he's like right there. That's even more depressing. Because it's Majiir Paktu, you know? It's like, I can smell the extraction zone, it's only a little further. Ah, that joke never gets old. Never. Armor 2 finishing for the skims here, I believe. Something went wrong there, that's for sure. These AVs might get something done here. I think that there's actually armor 1 on the assault railguns. Yeah, I was thinking it was because he thought he was in it already, but I don't know. He even like made the right call, not going tangential to the circle, but just right into it. But then he didn't, you know, he kind of snatched defeat from the jaws of victory there. One salvager dies, but this one survives on 22. That's kind of a big deal. I mean, I've talked about it before, and A-Game certainly loves to, but like, salvagers are expensive in Jaraci. Losing them is really kind of a... It's not nothing, you know? BC gonna take out 2 of these sand skimmers, but that's still worth it to grab an ALM, I would say. Just even cost-wise, it definitely is. More importantly, these sand skimmers are revealing the BCs on the field here, and Majiir seems to know the answer. He's building heavy railguns now. But we saw this in the series against A-Game, that heavy rails can fight BCs, but BCs can fight heavy rails. It definitely comes down to the execution. Houston was pretty on top of the smoke game that time. If I'm Majiir, I'm gonna say, okay, I can fight with heavy rails for now. Hold up, we got a bit of a fight. Yeah, looks like skims are just gonna retreat. I'm gonna say, yeah, I can fight this with heavy rails for now, but I need to be thinking of some kind of late game tech to answer. Because, first off, you know, your opponent can stack rails on top of it as well, which is what he's gonna do. And second, if you can fight something that's like, you know, decently cost-effective, or you can fight something that's very cost-effective, you want the latter every time, right? Bombers are an option, perhaps, but I think maybe honor guards or siege, perhaps, might be a play. There's a couple ways you can go about this. Honor guards would be good, right, because they have AoE, so if your opponent has got the railguns to back this up, now you start having answers to that as well. Well said, well said. Artifact's gonna get picked up here. This one will get denied, but still, I just want to say, if he got the, if he got that one artifact out, this would potentially be the game-winning artifact right here. You agree? Okay, okay, let's go. Exodus to the south. Come on. Houston's letting him have this. Maybe he feels like he needs the LAVs up on the top side. This is a massacre, by the way. Is these Savon BCs don't do terribly well against skims, but they will kill him eventually. Smoke being popped here, no. That is field repairs, so it's going to heal him up a little bit as well. Third artifact extracts, and this one is still held in the hand. Oh gosh. Houston's starting to build rails though, and look, he's got armor 3 teching as well. Dang. Once he gets Mag Excel too, these things are going to be beefy. I think if you're a Majiir here, you really actually have to have range calibration, but I would... Oh, he's got Siege, okay. Yeah, I mean, that could be good. You know, Siege is very nice against, like, the bunched up mid-tier units, plus it's pretty nice to have the, It's pretty nice to have the EMP if you tech that as well against the BCs. There's a lot of railguns, but most of them are assaults. Oh no. Mag Excel's not a big deal anyway. I'm not serious. It's a big deal, but carrying mobility's good too, though. You know, to be fair. Just watch the Sandskimmers die to this. It's kind of surprising. If you've watched too much vanilla, you're really not used to seeing Sandskimmers die to railguns, eh? yeah. We'll say that. We'll say that. It's kind of the opposite, but you know. This is kind of a dangerous flank here. And the main push is pretty dangerous too. This is where Majiir really wishes he had those Sandskimmers still, right? I mean, where's that base runner that had the artifact? Maybe he got killed eventually. Assault Railgun's gonna try to go down to respawn, but they're gonna die. Uh-oh, and Majiir's carrier blocking himself really bad here. Oh, gosh. Okay, he's gonna fix the carrier block. Not a moment too soon. These LAVs are kind of a big threat, though. A BC is gonna fall, but the LAVs could jump on them if they want. Oh, Majiir, you gotta be so careful with this fight. You gotta be so careful with this fight here. LAV's gonna jump on top of the railguns here. BCs are getting the armor break and they're dying so fast. Yeah, high ground's doing magic, but the wallet is doing even more, I'd say. LAVs are gone finally, but like there's so many Sandskimmers out here now. This carrier is in some serious duress now. Yeah, unless he can pull some magic here. I don't see what Majiir does. He's building assault rails, but I don't know what that'll do against BCs. This ain't like the kind of siege of last game. These are armor 3 railguns too. I mean, Majiir, actually he does have damage ups on the skins, but still, these things are pretty hard to kill. That's gotta be a dead carrier. Majiir's gonna run for his life now, but there ain't nowhere to go. R.I.P. man. Fun series though. But I'd say game 2, it really felt like Houston had a plan, and I don't feel like Majiir really did. Game 1 was just all kinds of crazy, you know, but... Man. Great series. Great series. It's good to see Majiir back, but honestly, it's even better to see that he's still good. This is fun. Now I'm really excited to see what he does to the other players in the group. Looks like we don't have any replays of him just yet, though. Man. Thanks for watching, guys. That'll probably be the end for today, but stay tuned, you know? Well, wait a minute. What I'm saying is, don't stay tuned. So, I'm so good at this whole casting thing. Anyway, I'll be back later. But for those on YouTube, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.